Have you ever felt your heart race just because of a single message? Or notice this world suddenly feels brighter when one person smiles at you? Yeah, we call it love. But what if love works like a drug? When we fall in love, our brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is responsible for pleasure, motivation, and reward. It's the same neutron transmitter that spikes when someone uses cocaine. That is why love feels so intense. We feel euphoric, energized, we lose our appetite, sleeps become difficult, and our thoughts circle around the same person again and again. During this stage, the brain is not operating neutrally. The areas responsible for rational judgment show reduced activity. This is why people in love often act out of character, like taking risks, ignoring red flags, and making impulsive decisions. Love makes us high, but just like cocaine, this effect doesn't last forever. When dopamine is constantly stimulated, the brain's adapts. Its receptors become less sensitive, and slowly the intense euphoria begins to fade. This is often the moment when people start asking, do I still love them? In reality, what changes is not love itself, but the brain chemistry behind it. As the initial dopamine rush declines, other hormones take the lead, called oxytocin and vasopressin. These chemicals are associated with long-term bonding, trust, and emotional attachment. Love shifts from something explosive to something calmer, steadier, and deeper. However, not everyone is prepared for this transition. Some people chase the early intensity, like the thrill, the rush, and the obsession. And when the excitement fades, they mistake stability for boredom. They look for a new surge of dopamine, like a new person, new relationship, or a new spark. This is where love begins to resemble addiction. Breakups, from a neurological perspective, are not simply emotional events. When a relationship ends, dopamine levels drop sharply. The brain reacts in a way similar to drug withdrawal. This is why heartbreak hurts tightly. Your chest feels tight, your body feels heavy, and your thought becomes obsessive. You may feel an urge to check their social media, reply memories, and reach out. It's not because you are weak, but because your brain is craving the chemical reward it once received. Neuroscience also shows that emotional pain activates the same brain regions as cycle pain. So, when someone says, my heart hurts, it's not just a figure of speech. Does this mean love is dangerous? Not necessarily. The danger lies in misunderstanding it. Understanding the biology of love allows us to become more conscious in our relationship. It helps us recognize the difference between temporary euphoria and sustainable connection. It reminds us that losing the butterfly doesn't mean losing love. Mature love doesn't always make your heart race. Instead, it makes you feel safe, seen, and accepted. Perhaps love really is like cocaine at the beginning, intoxicating and overwhelming, capable of making us feel intensely alive. But unlike drugs, love gives us choice. We can keep chasing the high, or we can learn to build meaning beyond it. Because in the end, love is not only about chemicals in the brain, it's about what we choose to nurture after the dopamine quiets down. And maybe that is where love becomes real.